Hear ye, hear ye. I call together the official council of the Arkansas Bigfoot Viewers Association. Put your chocolate in the peanut butter, salute the Sasquatch, and come to attention. Bob, that means you too. Quit playing Tickle Me Elmo with the house cat. All right. Well, the first order of business is we're a month away from our year anniversary out here. I put together quite a nice little gift box of things that if we can hit that 5,000 subscriber mark by the end of October, we're going to do a drawing. So I will be posting a specific video just about that, but I'm kind of giving you a heads up now to let you know. But it's going to have a lot of neat stuff in it. We're going to have a pair of dowsing rods.
All right.
A bottle of Ormus.
All right.
Some of the Oregon energy blocks and pendants.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of little trinket donations from Junior out here in the woods that he's left for us.
Well,
got one of the Bigfoot bottle openers that I made.
like it, share it,
Yeah.
get it out there so we can do it.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Get everybody rounded up, and if
I
we
have
can,
to say I am totally impressed with our viewers and subs both in the input and the thoughts that they've had, and I've seen such a change in the last year, and I love that there are so many of us on the same page of the book, and the people love it too, I feel. But it's just awesome.
but I'll put together a short video here in the next week or so and show everything that's going in the box and how you can put your name in the hat, and we can get to 5,000 by the end of October. We're at almost 4,500 as of today, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get there.
We can do it. I can remember the last drawing we did, we were stretching to try to get 200 subs, and it's just overnight, it's just changed, and it's wonderful.
But I think it'll be pretty cool, all the stuff that's going in the gift box. It's all things that are handmade by us, and a couple of little junior donations to put in there for
He'll love it.
your memorabilia cabinet.
He'll love it. He might even leave us something in the meantime. The season has definitely changed. It's cooled off a bit.
Yeah, it's a fantastic morning. It's like 61 degrees out here. It's perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Makes my heart happy.
Perfect weather.
I don't mind heat. I'm not good with humidity.
One of the things I wanted to bring up too that I get a lot of questions about, and that it seems like inevitably you'll hear the helicopters fly over out here.
Oh, this is cool.
And whenever we have a cell phone with us, that's when all of that happens. If we leave the phones at the house, we don't get the flyover.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a little inside tip for you. If you hear the helicopters, we're carrying a phone. You can do with that what you will. I'm not going to elaborate on it, but that seems to be the pattern.
I've opted to leave mine. I think we carry them for safety reasons, but...
Well, you never know if you're going to twist an ankle, step in a hole, snap a limb, snake bite, whatever, so...
This is new. I don't know. This feels new, this arch and this log, and
Well,
that's broken.
is all piled up there now, a little different. I'm sure I got the big hairy guy's attention too whenever we started talking.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they were waiting for the chocolate to go into the peanut butter. I don't know.
Had something different happen when we got here this morning that I usually don't experience, and it might have to do with that last night walk when we all got so close, but I was telling Ken, I was catching them saying, "May we join," like they wanted to be a part of the, so keep your eye out. I don't know. This is their house. I don't know why they would ask unless they were wanting to participate in what we're doing here. Soon after, we heard a big limb snap, but
Here lately, they've never been too far away. They are out here peeking around.
on that hill, I can feel them.
Yeah.
Well, come on, guys. Honestly, the only reason I feel like they don't show themselves more apparently on camera, well, there's two things that come to mind. Number one, in understanding what we're doing, they don't want to cause fear. And number two, they don't want to cause fear.
Well,
I mean, that's just what it comes down to. And you might have 4,000 people that are very cool with it, and then have 400 that just aren't ready for it.
more than that.
Or more, yeah.
As something I was thinking about night before last. I was scrolling through different videos to watch. Had a little bit of extra time to actually sit down and do that. And a lot of the titles and thumbnails are just, I don't know. We're all a product of social conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
From the time we're old enough to understand our parents' words, teachers, family, all of that talk to us, we're conditioned to believe what they believe, and we're instilled with the fears that they have, even if they're not validated. And I'll be the first to admit that I love a good scary campfire story. It has always fascinated and intrigued me. I've never really been scared of any of that. The era that I was born in, and this is not political, I'm just using this for a reference, but the era that I was born in, the message trying to be put out was there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
I remember, yes.
Unfortunately, the powers that be behind the curtain are of the mindset that being free of fear and being free of all kinds of stigmas and things like that are not a money-making venture.
Yeah.
It's more profitable to keep everyone in a fear base.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they can sell them a placebo.
And we just browsed through You know, like even our recommended if we're watching YouTube or anything. And it's all, I mean, really, almost all fear-based. It's, let's see, some of the titles.
You know, like terrorized by Bigfoot, stalked by Bigfoot in the forest, Bigfoot ate my baby.
Yeah,
just non-stop crazy stuff like that. Well, it's no wonder most people automatically think that it's some kind of a evil monster lurking around in the woods when it's not.
And that's not to say that there's never been a scary experience. That's not what we're saying. There have been a couple of things when we first started that made our hearts jump until we figured out what was what.
There's a difference between being startled and being afraid of something.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Somebody's right on us. All right, who's with us? Come on. But, you know, some of this stuff has stretched our minds out, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's because we really didn't have an expectation. We didn't really have a clue. And we kind of made ourselves stop watching anybody else's interjections because we wanted it to be the experience it was meant to be without all of the external influence. And I think it's really made things escalate in a year's time that might have otherwise taken many years.
Just a very, very mild example. Let's say you've got a parent that never did like broccoli and they have a little young one and they tell that child that broccoli is nasty and all of that forever and always in a day.
Oh, yeah.
And so the kid grows up thinking that broccoli is nasty, never ever once having tried broccoli. And it's delicious.
Yeah. Well, and
I don't,
like the people were showing me, we're conditioned to believe that a rose is beautiful but a thorn is ugly. Well, it's a matter of perception, you know. And it's all the same plant. How can you call one thing and one another?
You can't judge it and label it unless you've tasted it for yourself.
Yeah, we got the stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I see a bag over there and a peanut butter cup.
Let me go grab that while you talk.
I can see the woods is changing again.
Where did we have the can?
I had picked that can up and put it back inside the bucket. Now it's out on the ground and trying to scrape whatever little bit of residual.
Pour it clean apart.
Yeah, trying to scrape whatever residual molasses out of it, I guess.
Guess we'll have to bring them some more molasses. But molasses has a lot of iron in it, so it's good for them. See if I can make heads or tails of this. Oh, somebody's been digging. And they've got the marbles all over the ground. I've got to take that sandbox and redo it again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're playing with them over here or what. Rocket's clean over there.
But anyway, long and short of what we were talking about, the simplistic bottom line is if you haven't experienced it firsthand, you know, it's probably not a good idea to buy into somebody else's fear and drama. Because at the end of the day, fear and drama sell. Unfortunately, it's a sad fact of the world, but a lot of times their energy is so immense that our natural instinct in our lizard brain, our reactionary brain of the fight or flight, is to assume that it's something that's aggressive, but it's not. It's just that they have a huge energy about them, just kind of suck it up and stand still and fill it out for a minute.
Well, I would at least give them an opportunity to show them what. At least give them an opportunity to prove who they are to them before they assume who they are. We may have to find a new tree. This one's falling apart. This is smoking.
Good to go.
Yep.
We've got all kinds of stuff going on up there right now. There's their grain and cereal bag. Underneath is a
Just
bag
a snack
from
bag.
Joyce that's got a bunch of little treats in it that she sent. Thank you, Joyce.
Yes.
Got their popcorn, got some pudding cups, peanut butter, apples, lots of apples in there today. Some more of them down on the other side. There's the train. Must be 8 a.m.
Must be.
But we've taken great pains to always try to approach their space in a respectful manner, not in
And they've done the same with our space, really.
not in an intrusive or entrapment type way. A lot of people have also asked if they come up around the house and do stuff. Well, you know, they do. They've been in the backyard and they've gotten some of the dog toys and messed around with some of my work gloves and tools and things that I've left laying on the bench or the sawhorse or whatever, and never really done anything that I would consider damaging. Or
No, we have the baby around quite a bit, and we've never noticed any ill behavior out of her or the dog, so I feel they are usually the quickest to pick up on these things.
no, most of the time if we let the dog out in the backyard and they're anywhere close to the back end,
And just sit and watch.
he'll just sit there and watch the woods. He doesn't bark or sound off at them really. Never acted like he's ever been afraid of them. There's the air horn on the train. It must be a different engine coming through this morning. I haven't heard that air horn specific.
The spider. Right here.
Yeah. Let me get it off of there.
Yeah. I'm not really afraid of spiders.
You're supposed to eat them, not wear them.
I love this spot right here. I don't know why.
That center limb in that Union Jack has been lifted up and balanced in there now.
Yeah, it was like it was standing up.
Looks like they've
Perfectly balanced.
straightened that little glyph up a little bit.
Huh.
Yeah, it was standing straight up and down there, but now it's perfectly balanced in that. That's cool.
I'll leave it be. That's the way they want it. It felt like those cliffs were kind of for protection. We had done the EMF reading on that, and it spiked right at that tree. I feel like they're saying it's balanced now, that spot.
Yeah, that needs to be an entire conversation and video if you feel like doing it on your channel, and had so many people asking what the different glyphs mean, what the different symbols and signs mean, and some of them we're already quite aware of, and some of them could have a little bit more in-depth explanation, but there's some universal symbols that they use regardless of what part of the country they're in, but then there's also a few that are specific to a little area or a spot, kind of like a personal marker of this is my space.
Yeah.
And I think it's to tell the others that are around them out here, like, this is my little hut or my bedroom or my sitting spot. And
Yeah, we've noticed, well, we did the one video, and Anku kind of elaborated on some of that. And I have to say, there's a lot of you that aren't familiar yet with Anku. Way back when we first started,
crows are going off back there.
and the hawk both. But we used to call him Big Daddy. And he's the one that mind speaks the most, or at least he teaches the most through mindspeak, is what I should say. But most of the others have determined that they were going to be a part of all that, and they kind of slowly, one by one, started kind of coming up. What in the world? Is that a mushroom?
No, yeah, a mushroom. I thought you said a mussel. I'm sorry.
It's so weird. It's black as black now.
Any goodies down in there other than an empty bag?
Nope, just a bag. That beaded necklace is gone. Not sure about that one.
Split right open.
Hang on, I'll finish my thought on Anku. Or you can tell me.
Once we finish this tree, we'll do a quick walk around on the stone wheel and head back over Skunk Island for a little bit. We'll just leave the empty bucket here so you don't have to carry it around.
Alright. Well, come on. These are actually fruit.
Little fruit cups.
We really don't give them a lot of junk. Let's see if this will sit. Let's see if it'll sit. Uh-oh, I'm short on apples. whistle back there.
Yeah.
Different whistle.
So it's
There's
trying
whistles
to.
and there's whistles.
There's bird whistles and then there's their whistles. So it's trying to listen for.
It's back here on the left. Running out of tree.
You've run out of spots to put it.
Yeah. Find us another spot or something.
Starting to look like a grocery store in there.
I try to keep it secure, but
Just set that bucket off to the side of the tree there.
do I need the rods? Not yet.
Or if you want to put all that in the bucket, whatever's easier for you to carry. I'm just trying to save you a little work.
I appreciate it. It's not clinking. Okay.
If you watch that little slideshow video we put out the other day, showed you what that ground nest or structure or whatever you want to call it, what it looked like in the very beginning. There wasn't much of anything there.
No, it was taller.
Totally different today, isn't it?
Sure is. When we first found it, Junior had his blanket and some
Had one
things
of
that
those
we had
little-
left him and that
Had
shirt.
the blanket and one of those strands of beads. The Spam can was back here.
That
He had
shoe.
that shoe. And
But it was like all of his little feel goods.
well, most of the rest of that bird's cleaned up.
Yeah, figured it would be.
I guess bang
It's turned.
the dinner bell and see if anybody's awake.
This was like this.
What?
I thought that center quartz had turned.
I don't think it has been. Have to look at the other image from the last video. There he is.
Come on and get it, guys. All of you.
Well, we're supposed to get some fairly good rain later this week, so we'll probably have the boots the next time we come out.
We need the rain. We really didn't get the rain we thought we would off that hurricane front.
Very dry.
I know theoretically it sounds easy enough to say, you know, step heel to toe and step this way, but the litter around here is just...
Everything is just twisted up with little thorn vines and tangles all over the place.
soon enough, nobody will be hearing crunch, crunch. They'll be hearing swoosh, swoosh. Walking through water. Somebody saying come on back, so apparently they're
trying to work my way back to that last great big arch, and we can walk up that trail through the woods and see where.
We love it back here, actually. And the summer was between the heat and the ticks. There was so much foliage that we couldn't easily get back here. It's already started to subside.
Well, we've got two trails splitting off. One right there, the direction I'm pointing, and the one that goes directly under the arch.
That's what they're saying, under the arch.
Under the arch. Let's go.
When I say they're saying, understand that if you're not familiar with it, Sasquatch is big with mindspeak, and it's just a matter of opening up to it. And once they've figured out that they can do that with you, it comes by way of thought, I guess, but the thoughts, the verbiage, everything's very different than the way that we think or we speak. It's Mama. What you got, Mama? Oh, no. I don't know what she's got to show us.
Left or right?
A little left and then right. You said just follow the path. You'll know. She knows you.
Now there's another bottle Junior's drug out.
Mama's been pretty quiet. When we first started, she was very close because Junior was that much younger and she really didn't know us yet. But she's had her hands full with Quinn and Duffy. It might be that she shows herself on camera. We may not see her with our naked eyes, so like I said, keep your eye out, guys. Mama's as sweet as the day is long. But she doesn't much like the spotlight, so if she bothers to show, it's really nice. Thanks, Mom. You said you were going to ask. Yeah, Mama. Notice how quiet it got back here.
Looking at that leaner right there on the tree that has the arch bend on it.
Well, it's working. she's right up there past that log pile, or whatever that is in front of us. I don't remember that.
As you guys can see, this just gets more and more dense the deeper it goes back, which will be perfect for walking through in another week or two once all the foliage starts to droop down.
You see the side limb on that?
Yeah.
That's one of her sitting spots. That's her signature. She was just showing me that spot. And if we look, it'll be flat around that tree.
Well, there's a piece of a bag way up there on the ground.
I'll go grab it. We want to go.
Looks like another one off to your 1 o'clock. Junior's bottles.
Feet. Little bitty feet like this.
Yeah, come up there and look. I don't know what his fascination is with collecting up these bottles.
This one's torn. Somebody has some cloth.
Oh, right there's a Bigfoot path running through.
Look at this one, torn open. Looks like it's been cut.
Yeah.
This guy's like somebody just took a. That's old. I'm sure they get a little bit brittle as they get old, but
I think he just likes the crinkly, crunchy sound of them.
I do too. That's.
Well, grab the bucket and we'll go off that way.
I'm just grabbing it. Garbage.
But there's nobody else human-wise that comes back here. It's kind of blocked and landlocked that way, but our kids are all grown in different directions. One on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. One of them is local here, but busy doing what they do when they have their own kids and working and all of that. So it's just Rachel and I. But these trails, the deer aren't going to wear them down as significant as what you see on the camera.
Well, not without leaving some kind of evidence of, like,
Without finding deer tracks or deer manure.
or scat, yeah. Something. I don't know where we're going. I'm sorry. There's one. This is one of the twins.
Big flattened out spot.
This is Martuk. Or Tuk, I should say.
Well, this whole area around this spot right here looks like they've been dancing it all pounded down flat.
Something about this spot, because this is what she was showing me, was this tree fall, and we got a leaner on your left, we got the arch right there.
Yeah.
touching anything.
Perfect spot. If you're backed up against it, you can see approaching from 5 or 6 different angles here.
She's not far. We want to shout that, and I guess it's important for us to know how to find her, because I had asked her the other day why she'd been so quiet, and she said, I've been there, but I guess if I want to visit with her, I have to come to the log. Wow. Oh, somebody. I just saw someone. There's the baby. The little babies. There's one big toe. Oh.
Yeah, you can see heel prints walking right out through that.
The Quinn and Duffy I had. I might have them named backwards, because the red one I was seeing is Quinn, which I guess can work, but I'm honestly feeling like Quinn might be a male and is red. And in my mind's eye, he's kind of, she shows me, he's real, what's the word I want? Fuzzy?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
some of them have a little longer hair, some of them have short, fuzzy, curly hair.
And then Duffy, so these are fraternal, I guess. But Duffy's very dark. Kind of looks like Mama. And is smaller. And I feel female, so Duffy's a female. But she likes the names the way they are, so I guess we'll leave them.
Well, we are right back here in the dense thick of it.
I love it back here.
I'll tell you what my thoughts are. We're going to make our way over to that log and just sit out here for a while and see what happens.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this part of the video up for today. We appreciate you coming along. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Let's try to make it to 5,000 by the end of October. We can do it, I have no doubt.
Absolutely.
So I can get this box put together and give a gift away to the lucky winner of the drawing. So,
yeah. Sounds good. Thanks for being with us.
see you down the trail.
Bye-bye.